5. Kyle Busch looked to be the dominant truck, but a rare mistake into the wall, and he's battling back from it. Sunday live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Don't miss an epic television event for the ages when Bill France Sr., Bill France Jr., Richard Petty, Junior Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt rightfully take their place as the first inductees of the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Live coverage begins Sunday at noon Eastern exclusively on Speed.
You know, we talk about one-of-a-kind events. Well, that is going to be one-of-a-kind. There's never going to be another first-time induction into our Hall of Fame.
Man, it was so fun Thursday night to sit around and listen to those folks talk about our 5 inaugural inductees, telling stories about their racing careers and just life stories. It was so refreshing to hear new stories about guys that have been around this garage forever.
Timothy Peters on pit road. We're seeing green flag pit stops now taking place. Elliott Sadler came in very early, we thought, but they weren't sure about their fuel situation.
Timothy Peters was battling Jason White for a top 5 spot when he headed to pit road. So you're going to see a lot of these guys now, Rick, I think, start to come to pit road.
Adam Alexander.
This would be about the earliest we would anticipate guys coming under green. It's been only 50 laps, and the word we got in the garage area, 55, 57, 58, the number of laps you could go on a green flag run. Timothy Peters getting his service here at lap 76, 4 tires, fuel, no changes, and if it cycles through, he'll be battling for a top 5 position.
Off of pit road he goes. We've passed the halfway point. Just 59 laps remaining in this race. Kyle Busch has been dominant, even though he did make a rare mistake. Kyle Busch got a little loose into the wall, did damage to the right side of that race truck, but has battled back and now leads Brad Keselowski by a second.
Hornaday continues to run in the 3rd spot. Ty Bodine in 4th. And Jason White holding down a top 5 position right now.
Kyle Busch won 3 of the last 4 races where he won the pole. He won the pole in Dover a week ago, led 172 laps, but he finished 16th. Adam Alexander.
Donnie Leah making a green flag pit stop at lap 79, Rick. About midway through this run, he had complained about a major vibration in the right front. The issue that he had, though, was he wasn't sure if a tire was going down or he had a loose wheel, because he's never had a loose wheel before. They will make an adjustment. Right side tires only for Donnie Leah, and he kills the engine as he pulls away. You can only push this thing a few pit stalls, and now Donnie Leah gets away as we have caution.
The 85 of Brent Raymer on fire on the front stretch. A lot of damage to the front of that. You see Brent jumping out of that truck.
Boy, I'm glad to see Brent get out of that truck.
Well, that's a lot of fire. You're right, Brett.
See damage to the 39 of Ryan Sieg. But Brent Raymer, another hard collision.
Come in, guys. Get ready to
the front of that race truck. Michael, you talked about Daytona. When we talk about Brent Raymer, we always think about that hard hit he took at Daytona. And now another hard hit, this time fire engulfing that entire truck. When it came to stop, he was on his way out. There you see the damage to the right side of Ryan Sieg's number 39.
We have to believe they're probably related.
Yeah, and somehow it looked like Sieg got squeezed in the outside wall.
Middle view screen, that's Brett coming off of turn number 4. He just caught on fire, just simply caught on fire there. And it looks like it's inside the driver's compartment.
Wow.
Had to have a fuel line rupture or something like that, Michael. Had to be. Look at all the fire inside that cockpit.
And then he hit the wall on top of all that, Phil. That's just so scary. It's so good to see Brett Raymer jump out of that truck. You don't think that engine just hand grenaded, do you?
Well,
there was no smoke. There was just fire.
Why the fuel fire like that? And that looked definitely like a fuel fire.
More than an oil fire.
More than an oil fire.
There was no smoke.
Yeah.
There's contact to the front of the truck, but after the fire broke out on this truck.
Looked like Brett did a smart thing. Like he tried to get the thing spun around backwards so that fire would blow away from him, but wound up hitting the wall a little bit, but walks away. You're right, Rick. We talked about that crash he had at Daytona. I've never seen anything any scarier than that. I mean, that was a terrible wreck. And then,
but this one rivals that with that fire like that.
Certainly does, Phil.
Ray, a couple trucks came down pit road.
Well, yeah, just to let you know, the 5 and the 88 had already come to pit road, were actively in their stall, and had begun their pit stops just as that yellow flag started to fly. Matt Crafton had a little bit of a bounce in the right front. He said, I've got to pit this time by. So they physically came down pit road, I believe, on lap number 80, doing 4 tires for the 88 truck for Crafton. And Skinner was just a tick free. They made an air pressure and wedge adjustment. That was also at lap 80. So those guys have their service complete, while these other trucks that are riding around on the track right now are hoping to pit soon. And Ron Hornaday getting very, very worried. He thinks he's got a flat tire and very close to running out of fuel on the 33.
What's going to happen too, we're going to have a whole bunch of wave arounds, Phil. This caution happened right in the middle of the green flag pit stop, so there's only a handful of trucks on the lead lap, and all those guys you saw on pit road will be one down. I think maybe the top 10 trucks are on the lead lap. All those trucks you see pitting will be one down, and they'll all stay on the track, wave around, and be right back in contention. But the lineup's going to get a little shook up right here.
Now, pit road is closed, but they brought the line down pit road because of the cleanup that's taking place on the front stretch. So that's why these trucks are coming down, but they're not having service done to their vehicles. Adam.
Ray talked about Ron Hornaday and the situation that he's in as far as a tire going down, and Todd Bodine was feeling a major vibration right as the caution came out. So this could be a big break for driver number 30. The fact that we are under caution and a big time reduced speed as compared to running 180 miles per hour plus and dealing with a vibration on the truck.
Back down onto the apron. You see the 29 and the 33. Kyle Busch is leading. Brad Keselowski runs second. Hornaday, Todd Bodine, Jason White, your top 5. Here's the reason for our caution. Take a look at that.
That's the most incredible thing I've seen. I mean, it was just going straight, and it catches on fire. Look how violent that looks, and Brett Raymer is in that mess. Second truck today, he's crashed.
Already has the window net down.
Is that oil all on the road there? Can you tell? Is that shiny fluid?
There's
oil?
fluid, but that could have been from the contact when he hit the wall.
Radiator, maybe?
Yep, and then he jumps out of that truck, walks over to the wall, but just bursts into flames right before the start-finish line.
Well, that's why Ryan Segan, that 39 truck, got it on the outside wall.
See our leader, Kyle Busch, coming into the frame there on the bottom. He took a hard left and said, I don't like the looks of that.
So the safety crews are cleaning up this area just past the start-finish line in the quad oval.
Tough day for Brett Raymer.
Well, sure was.
See the sponsor on the side of it, BrettRaymer.com. That means
he's paying the bills mostly himself.
That's exactly right. He's got the heart for this, I'll tell you that. He really loves what he does. They worked so hard all day today in order to get that thing back on the road, and Brent and his team's going to have a lot more work to do before they can go racing again. Like pit road's going to open up.
Pit road is going to be open this time.
We'll see if Kyle Busch comes onto pit road. He will lead the field onto pit road, right?
Crew members from Brad Keselowski's Nationwide Series team mostly making up this group, and he is going to come in. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment on the right sides. Remember, they did 2 tires only on the first stop. It'll be a 4-tire stop this time. Adam?
Kyle Busch coming down pit road for his second pit stop of the evening. He said, I don't mind sacrificing track position. Just make sure you fix the damage. He will get 4 tires. They will top off the fuel tank and make sure they repair the right side. Ray?
Hornaday had said it was such a surprise to him how the tires just gave up all of a sudden on a lap. So they're going to do 4 tires for sure. Remember, the 33 truck was one of those guys who went with fuel only on our first round of pit stops that happened at lap 26.
Todd Bodine looks to have won the race off of pit road, and they continue to work on the 18 truck.
Yeah, I wondered, Phil, how much time they were going